You ever notice how the UFC barely talks about Francis Ngannou anymore? The man who knocked out legends, shattered records, and carried the heavyweight division on his back for years? Now, it's like he never existed. They show Stipe Miocic highlights. They hype Jon Jones.
I consider Jon Jones the greatest combat fighter of all time.
They post throwbacks of Kane, Brock, and DC. But Francis? Silence. The same man who starched Alistair Overeem with one of the most brutal uppercuts in UFC history. Who KO'd Velasquez, Dos Santos, Rosenstruck, Blades. Who shut the lights out before opponents even broke a sweat. Suddenly, he's a ghost in the UFC's history books. Why? Because Francis walked away. He didn't just leave, he left on top. Champion, undisputed. And then he chose freedom. He demanded fair pay. He wanted a clause for health insurance. He spoke out, not just for himself, but for all fighters. And when the UFC said no, he walked. The first UFC champion to leave as a free agent in modern history. So what did they do? They moved on fast, crowned a new champ, talked legacy, talked greatness, but they never mentioned the man who vacated the belt without being beaten. Let's be clear, Francis Ngannou was never dethroned. He defended his title while injured. He evolved his game. He left the UFC undefeated as champion. And instead of celebrating him, they act like he was never there. But history doesn't forget. Real fans don't forget. And Francis? He's just getting started. While the UFC writes him out of the script, he's out there writing a new chapter. Because Francis Ngannou isn't just a fighter. He's a movement, a problem that power structures can't control. You can erase highlights from the feed, but you can't erase legacy.